Hey everyone, my name is Fire, and today in Riders of Icarus I'm gonna show how to tame Void Letonsia, the heroic whale. And this was a requested tame guide video. I'm sorry it comes so late, but you understand soon why it comes so late, why it took so long for me to film this. But let's just get right into it. I'm not gonna go to the bestiary right now because that doesn't really help that much. So I'm just gonna go to the first world boss that actually drops the recipe. So the recipe drops from Vioora, this world boss that lives or spawns in the east side of Tridal Rift, this little island here, and you need a party in order to get his health down to kill him and in order to get a drop. But obviously I'm alone, I can't do anything with him. I can demonstrate how badly I would do alone. I won't survive long. But yeah, if you see this guy spawn and you need the recipe, and he drops some other things too, so yeah, join the party if someone is asking for a party, and you might get some kind of a drop from him. And he's not the only one who drops the recipe, as far as I know. I think the recipe drops from the Heroic Breach, the dungeon in the Tridal Rift. So yeah, as you can see, it's going so well and I'm dead. So yeah, so get a party if you can, unless you're an OP player who can just beat all of these world bosses alone, then go for it. So once you've got the recipe, let's see what's on it. The first thing is Sacred Sky Shard, and this you can obtain from a daily quest that comes from this person Robinson, who is in the Eclipsed Shrine in Tridal Rift. And the quest is called Familiar Samples, and you have to get quite a few of these samples around the Tridal Rift. I'm gonna go briefly through all of them, but yeah, you need 7 of those Sacred Sky Shards, and it's a daily quest, so it takes about 7 days to get all of them. And like I said, I'm gonna go really quickly through all of the sample amounts that you need to kill and get the samples of, and yeah. And then you have to do that quest every day for 7 days in order to get those Sacred Sky Shards. And you can get them from auction too, but I'm first gonna go through all of these, and then at the end I'm gonna show all the prices for everything. Next you will need 5 Void Gravites, and the recipe for Void Gravite should drop from the breach, the dungeon in the Tridal Rift. And if you wanna craft the mark for Void Gravite, you would need 1 Amaran and 3 Epemas, and also some familiar orbs and elite taming potions. The Epemas you can find from the Tridal Rift. I'm gonna show that later on when I go through the Void Gravite. But the Amaran would need 3 Royal Arrows and 2 Skull Headers, and obviously a few familiar orbs and taming, elite taming potions. And again, then for Scaletta, you would need, let's see, where is the recipe? Yeah, you need the Caldera Fire Beaks, 2 Emberstone Flame Crest, and 5 Pure Flames. And in order to get a Caldera Fire Beak, you need a mark for that one also. I'm gonna show real quickly how to get all of those, and I'm gonna put it on the screen now where to skip if you don't want to see all of that. So where we're gonna go first is in the Hagan's Highlands in the Broken Caldera. And in here you don't actually have to craft the Caldera 5 peak mark. You can only just come in here and talk with Freyr, this person here, and he has a quest that will give the recipe and also the mark for the the Caldera 5 peak. I'm just gonna go real quickly how to do the quest. It's really simple. You just need 2 shining spirits and they drop from these turtles and these guys. So yeah, that was it. And you will get the mark and also the recipe if you want to craft it. And since you need 2 of them, you can just do the quest again if you want to. And then you're all set to tame yourself a Caldera 5 peak. So next to the Scarletta's mark, you need those Caldera 5 peaks obviously, and then Emberstone Flame Crest, who fly up above in the broken caldera, and they're common, so you can just easily tame those guys. And then the pure flames pretty much can be found from the dungeon called Lava Light Cave in the Hakain's Highlands, and they pretty much drop there every time, so they're pretty easy to get from. And once you've crafted a Scarletta mark, you will come to the broken caldera and shoot these red feather eggs, not the other eggs, the egg sacs, but the red feather eggs. Those will make a Scarletta spawn, and for me it did not want to spawn at all. I was here for God knows how long, so I just gave up at some point. And yeah, it's also good to look around if he's already spawned. He might be flying around somewhere, but yeah, shooting those red feather eggs will make him spawn eventually. I hope you have a better luck than me. And then when you obtain 2 Scarlettas, you would need 3 royal arrows, and those are in Parnas Coast at Blasphemer's Swamp. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's right above Cavern of the Veil. Yeah, right pretty much above it. And they are common, so you can just jump at them and take them to yours. And there is Cavern of the Veil right there. And Amaran also flies around them, among them, and yeah, then you can just tame him once you have the mark. And then when you have gotten Amaran to yourself, then you have to go to Tridal Rift and get some Ebemas. And Ebemas fly around 620-630 meters at south from Tridal Rift, right around here where you can see me in the map. And then when you've gotten the Ebemas and then a few familiar orbs and elite taming potions, you're all set to go and tame Void Gravid. And Void Gravid flies in Avaric Sea around 740 meters, and yeah, there's usually 2 flying in one server. At least I've seen only 2, and no, there's maybe more, but 2 I've seen at least. And that is an elite mount, so you have to shoot a little bit in order to get their health down and in order to get the mount tameable. And once you've gotten 5 of them, then you only need some familiar orbs, lots of them, and some elite taming potion. The familiar orbs pretty much drop from everywhere, so you probably know where to get them. And the elite taming potions you can get from the bard and crafting person. Okay, it's time to go to the market broker and see all of the prices to everything that I've just shown in the video to kind of make the life easier. So the first thing that we're going to search is obviously the Void Letonsia recipe and the mark. We're going to check that also. So the recipe seems to be around 2 gold, then it gets a little bit higher, but it's not that bad anymore. It used to be a lot higher, so yeah, that is not bad. Then let's check how much is the mark, and that is around 60 gold, and that is also a pretty good price. used to be so much higher, but yeah, so that is not bad. Next, let's check out the what should we check next? Let's check how much are the caldera fire beaks. And they are around 4 or 5 gold, so they're not too expensive, which is also good. And then let's check Scarlettas, and they're around the same, I would say. So I would suggest on going to the auction and buying them from there than waiting for them to spawn. And then next, let's check out how much are the marks for Scarletta, and that is way too much, I think. Like, holy cow, 49, almost 50, that is way too much. But that seems to be how much are they. And let's check next the Amaran, and the marks are around 15 to 25, and again I think that's quite a lot, but that's how the markets are right now. They might change when you're looking at them. And then the void gravites, and the sealed void gravites are only about under 5 gold, and the mark is again really high, and that is way too much. I wouldn't put mine with that high, but the markets are what they are right now. But yeah, let's check then the Sacred Sky Shard. How much are those? And they're pretty good price. They're under 1 gold, so yeah, if you see this in the auction, that would be a good place to get them rather than waiting for 7 days to actually get some. Then next we have the familiar orbs, and they are only 7 silver at the moment, so I think the 1,000 orbs that you would need for the mark, it would be around 80 to 90 gold, which is not too bad. Okay, I think we're all set now, and this is the area where Void Letonsia flies, around 800 meters. And I already had 2 marks when I made the Tame part, so I didn't make or craft any marks for this time, because there's so many things that you need for it, so why not use the marks that I already have. And Void Letonsia is right there, so let's see how will this Tame go. Don't let go, skyward bound. Have it. I failed once, but he's a heroic, so that can happen. And with Void Letonsia, it's good to jump on him while he's moving. That way you can just press the button right away. And you can hit him, yes, but he's kind of a tank, so it will take a while to get his health down. And let's check out his skills and seal stats before we end this video. And he is level 1, so bear that in mind. And I have 3 more tame guides coming, and those will be the Gargoyles. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, both Void and Twilight. And then there's gonna be Demonus and Hummel. Those were requested, so I'm gonna do them as soon as I can. But I hope this guide helped you at least a little bit, and thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we will see you on the next video. Bye bye!